This is a special bonus episode of Judaism Unbound. Support our Kickstarter campaign. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Dan Liebenson.
And I'm Lex Rofberg.
And we are here to ask you to support our Kickstarter campaign so that we can make a book out of the Judaism Unbound podcast. We are so excited by the success of the campaign so far, and we're hoping that you're going to help us reach our stretch goals so that we can create a longer book that has more of the great conversations from Judaism Unbound and a more beautiful book that will look good and be more useful to you as you use it as a handy reference. So you know how we always say that support for this episode of Judaism Unbound comes from the Oshman Family JCC in Palo Alto, California? Well, here we are at the Oshman Family JCC in Palo Alto, California.
And we're in Providence, Rhode Island, historic Providence, Rhode Island. And I wanted to say a little bit about why we're doing this Judaism Unbound book project. First off, it's a really exciting way to take all the conversations we've been having on the podcast and distill them into something that's tangible, something that you can touch, something you can take notes in, something you can share with friends. You could do a book club meeting, whatever you want to do. The possibilities go way up when you have a tangible product like this to get your hands dirty with.
We meet these people all the time and we say, hey, you should listen to the Judaism Unbound podcast. It's really interesting stuff that we know you're interested in. And they say, I don't know how to listen to a podcast. So rather than go through the whole explanation of how to subscribe, we figured let's just put it in a book.
And we hope that you'll read it. That's really the ultimate goal, is that you'll read it, that you'll be able to give your own thoughts, take your own notes, share it with friends, build Judaisms that will be unbound in the future.
The book has three parts. The first part has the really most fundamental ideas from the podcast about where we are in Jewish history. So we've got B'nai Lappi, Erwin Kula, Yitz Greenberg, and Barbara Tita talking about this period that we're at that that B'nai calls the crash, that we talk about as this transition between Judaisms that Yitz Greenberg calls the Third Era. And we have a second section that we're calling the Mixed Multitude, which is about the fact that, as B'nai Lappi says, after a crash, you really need to put different people on the field to start figuring out the new Judaism. So that section of the book is going to be talking to people that ought to be in the center of the development of Judaism, who in the past were more peripheral. And in the third part of the book, we have interviews with all kinds of people that are doing some of that path-breaking work.
When we launched 4 years ago, we definitely thought that, maybe we'd reach some of our close friends, hopefully reach a little bit beyond that. But we never imagined that we would be reaching thousands upon thousands of listeners. And that's what's happened. I wish I could say it's because Dan and I are some special practitioners of podcasting. It's really that we have been able to have some of the most incredible guests in the Jewish world come on, activists, leaders, thinkers, pioneers of Jewish life. And it's been an incredible thrill to think about, our biggest struggles, our biggest challenges, our biggest hopes for the future of Judaism with them.
So we're really excited to be able to put the book together, to have these people in dialogue with one another who may have been tens or hundreds of episodes away from each other on the podcast, the way that the Talmud brings together people from different centuries to have conversations that they never actually had. That's what we hope our book is going to be able to do.
Thank you so much for all that you do just by listening and by sending us your thoughts and all your questions.
We really hope that you'll support our Kickstarter campaign and help make this book a reality. All you have to do is go to www.judaismunbound.com/book and you can support the campaign. Any donation of $18 and above, you'll get your name in the acknowledgments and you'll get an ebook. And any donation of $36 and above, you'll get a physical book in the mail along with a fun reading kit with all kinds of goodies that we're going to toss in. So thank you so much for supporting this campaign. Thank you so much for listening to Judaism Unbound.
And with that, this has been Judaism Unbound.